Hello, I'm back with another K-pop and popular opinions video. I was going to record my voice after one of my best friends sent me this message, but that didn't work, so I'm back with the auto-translate voice that stays in my head until 4 in the morning. Shout out to Sofa haha. Before we get into it, a quick disclaimer. These opinions are subject to change. No opinion is meant as a direct attack to any idols, companies, people with a different perspective, or anyone mentioned in general. At the end of the day, this is one K-pop unpopular opinions video you'll hopefully watch that probably won't affect your life after. Because surprise surprise, K-pop isn't that deep. It's just music that we all are addicted to, but life goes on. Feel free to politely agree or disagree in the comments. That being said, let's go. Jisoo is not underrated. It actually pains me when people claim that Jisoo is criminally underrated and that she's mistreated the most. Jisoo has a large fan base. Just because that fan base isn't as big internationally doesn't mean that it isn't there. Jisoo has 26.7 million followers on Instagram. As far as I'm concerned, 26.7 million is a lot of followers to have. Yes, she may have the least in Blackpink, but she still has a large domestic fan base. Being the least popular in your group is not what underrated means. I'm so bad. Stop bashing groups for going to Girl Crush. There is nothing wrong with Girl Crush. People act like Girl Crush is the worst thing in the world. Take Luna for example. Butterfly was elegant. It was unique, it was strong, it was empowering, and it had that Luna feel to it. But unfortunately, it didn't sell as well, nor did it give them the first win they wanted. Why would a group do a concept that stans do not really show interest in when they can succeed in doing a popular concept? It's their job to get fame. It's the job to produce albums that will sell well. It's their job. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not like So What was far from the Luna sound. Luna's discography is so diverse, yet So What still manages to sound new and fresh while keeping to that Luna sound. It's not something I can imagine another group doing. So What got a lot more attention and helped Luna get their first win. It's okay not to like Girl Crush, but don't call a group unoriginal and mainstream for trying to succeed. Saying BTS paved the way is disrespectful. I can just imagine armies behind the screen clicking the dislike button and typing long paragraphs about why I have no taste and that I'm a toxic auntie. Well, hear me out, I love BTS so much. Anyways, I'm not denying that BTS had the biggest impact so far. BTS did pave the way for other active groups under Big Hit Entertainment. Other active third-gen groups and fourth-gen groups. BTS started from rock bottom and made it to the top, and that isn't something to shake off lightly. However, when you use the phrase BTS paved the way, it sounds like BTS were the first K-pop group to ever exist. It sounds like BTS have done something that has helped all of K-pop. That's not true. BTS have helped active groups now, but what about the groups before them? First generation and second generation groups. First gen were the first in the genre, so you could argue that they paved the way. First gen paved it for second gen, second to third, third to fourth, etc. Girl Crush doesn't equal empowerment. Empowerment isn't about your personality or the type of clothes you wear. It's about knowing your limits, worth, and being able to stand up for them. Just because a song may have more of a cute side to it doesn't mean that it condones to female stereotypes. Some Girl Crush can actually be derogatory. Of course I won't name these, but I can name empowering songs that are not Girl Crush. Kiss Later by Joon, Butterfly by Luna, One and Only by Go One, New by Eve, Pepe by CLC and more. There's nothing wrong with an empty chorus. I feel as though everyone in their videos talks about how it's so annoying and boring. It's a trend and there is nothing wrong with that. When people compare songs with tasteful dropped versus overdone ones, it kind of gets on my nerves. There are different styles in EDM, it's nothing to do with what's overdone or not. When people do that, I feel they've just listed their preferences. There's no need to shade a different style of music within K-pop by calling it overdone. I mean, I have minimal knowledge in music. I have a grade 1 in guitar and piano and that's about it, so I really have no idea. I kind of figured this out by watching a K-pop stuffs video. Anyways, back to the point. Separating EDM that you like and EDM that is in your opinion overdone and shoved in isn't you comparing good EDM and bad EDM. It's you stating personal preference. There is nothing wrong with taste in EDM. BTS documentaries can be problematic. This one was actually recommended by a viewer, thank you. This person said that they can be quite clingy and when BTS trying to move away they just pursue them more. I haven't actually seen any of these documentaries as I've seen a few clips and really don't think I'd be comfortable seeing BTS like that. Within the clips I've seen, BTS are vulnerable and it's understandable that they may not want the world to see that at times. However, BTS did say that they wanted to show ARMY everything about what goes on behind the scenes. Maybe out of natural instinct, they push the cameras away. Like I said before, it's understandable that they do that. They are human after all. I don't think anyone would like their faults on camera for the world to see. It must be daunting to say the least. However, I feel as though it's the documentary camera guys' job to do that. Their job is to document BTS how it is. They're being paid to do that and it was originally BTS's idea to show ARMY the hidden side. I just really hope they could have respected privacy a little more. There are ways they could have filmed that wouldn't have been so intrusive. Again, I didn't really watch the show so I cannot really say on how intrusive it was. It feels like Jin singing Magic Shop while Jimin passed out was supposed to be a distraction so that Jimin could have some privacy. I may be wrong, but if it was, I feel bad that Jin would have to do that in the first place. In simple words, although BTS did say they wanted to show it all to ARMY, it seems like BTS and their privacy was not respected much. It would be okay as BTS were okay with it, but it did not really seem that way some of the time. But that really could be human instinct, so that isn't really much evidence.